everything just works today, all smooth like. We don't have any of the problems we had yesterday. We can only hope, right? We can only hope. But yeah, what's going on, everybody? I'm just chilling, trying to read through these books. Like I've said before, I loaned out my these books to somebody else to read behind me, and so I'm trying to stay ahead of them and read all the books before they can catch up with me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, what's going on, PP? What's good, my man?
There you are. Oh, listen, I've got a wee proposition for you, darling.
So I did this on my main account, by the way. This is a pretty easy thing it allows you to do, and I'm trying to remember what I got from it. What did I get from it? I don't even remember what I got from it. It wasn't anything worthwhile, though. It was a lot of time for something that wasn't really worth the time. I was planning on playing with you today, but there was an update again. I didn't get an update today. Maybe you might be talking about the update from yesterday. That might be what you're talking about. And if that's the case, then yeah, I'm sorry, man. There's been a lot of updates for this game lately, which is crazy because they haven't fixed any of the problems. They've updated it like every third day, and they never fix any of the problems. It's just kind of funny. But anyways, I have a question. Do I need to add you from like an Apex account? Hey, what's going on, CT? Hello. Oh, I'm Cams. Oh, okay. It's been long. Yeah, it's been a long time, man. As far as adding me, PP, I think I don't know because I haven't added anybody yet, but I think Yezer. Wait. Cam's my man. Been a while. But yeah, no. So as far as adding me, from your PlayStation account, because I'm playing on my PC account, I'm not really sure. I know House figured it out like instantaneously. He just added me the same day that crossplay was available. So I think you can just like type in the name. Remind me after this game, and I'll exit out. Why does my map look like that? You see my map up above me, I guess technically. Why does my map look like that? That's weird. But remind me, and I will close out the game and pull up my Origin account, because my Origin account name I think is different than this Klepper828 name. So you might just be able to type in Klepper828. If you can't type in Klepper828 and add me, you might need to type in my account name. And my account name will be on the Origin page. Also, I do have to say I'm way worse on PC, so you might be a little disappointed when you play with me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go there. Also, I played pubs twice yesterday night. And I've got to say, I need to play pubs more, because I haven't played pubs in a long time, and I also haven't had any games that were worthy of making a video out of in a long time. And I played like maybe 10 pub games, and 2 of them resulted in games that were like, I might publish this as a video, because one of them, it was just funny. I was trying to get, like I told you, I did that thing that pops up, that electronic voice that pops up. It tells you to do some things. And I played some pubs just to get the tasks done, because you have to do some of the tasks in game. Yeah, we're gonna go here. And so I just played pubs, some casual pubs, and one of them I picked up a what was it? I think I picked up a G7 and a wingman, and ended up like wrecking people's faces in. It was hilarious. So, because I never used the wingman, so it was just kind of funny. But yeah. Hey, what's going on, Wimley? What's good, my man? What's good? We need to switch this off of burst, put that away. But yeah, why did I take that back out? Okay. Bang, bang. Bang. Yeah, I don't want the ultimate accelerant. That's on you, Lifeline. But yeah, it's all good. Just search. I'll just search Klepper828. Hopefully it's that. Hopefully, wait a second. thing.
Light mag level 3. Ammo up.
I'll just search clip 828. Hopefully that works for that way. I'll let you know on the stream tomorrow. Okay. Well, what I was saying is if you write down the other name, it'll give you another name to search just in case that doesn't work. Also, why is my map still bugged? Like I said, man, they update this game like every 3 days, and there's more problems every single time they update, and they never fix the old problems. I don't understand. Like, the map being bugged right above me, as you should probably be able to see. Why is that a thing? That's never been a problem. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Like, I don't understand, man. Dang it, bro. Are you using energy too? You're using energy too. Okay, so I need to switch from my vault to like something else that's light ammo required. Oh, and I just found a purple mag too, bro. Oh, that sucks. I really don't want to switch now, but probably should. I really probably should, but I've got a pretty kitted out vault already. And it's like, okay, so he's not picking up energy ammo anymore, so maybe I don't need to switch. This is a stupid idea. I should switch, but it's the vault with the purple mag. Like, come on, man. Oh, jeez. I played a few games last night. Finally got the 2K badge on Octane after getting a really close 2K damage game. I couldn't read the exact number because I am trying to run over here and grab this ammo. Oh wait, did I reload this? Yeah, I reloaded that. After getting 1996 3 days ago, and your map is displaying as an orange and purple checkered board. Default failed texture. Yeah, that's the same thing I'm seeing. Cool. Which is great. It's wonderful. Thank you, Apex, for your awesome game that is bugged all the time. Yeah, we could play pubs, lol, because I'm an absolute rookie, ranked, and skill level, because I haven't. Is this building empty? Yeah. It looked empty out of my periphery, but I couldn't tell for sure. Wait a second. Where is that? That sounded like it was coming from over there. But maybe that's just because I expect it to be coming from there. I also should probably put the other ear cup on. That would probably be a good idea. For the ability for hearing more accurate sound waves. You know. Sound-wise. Ooh, what's that? Is that a purple light mag? That is a purple light mag. Okay, so there's death boxes here. Which is super sketch. Yeah, they're fighting on the other side of vault. Faux show, faux show. Skull piercer if you need it.
Skull piercer. Increases headshot damage. Love these things.
Ooh, more light ammo. I will take that. Thank you very much, dead person. Yeah, we'll go ahead and drop there. I mean, I guess I should probably... Okay, well, you're using all these things. I guess I'll just shield up while you're doing it. Did I just take his energy ammo? Yes, I did. Alright, and I already checked that death box. There was nothing in there for me. Alright, we pretty much gotta go. You gotta get to going. Come on, bro. Ooh, there are a lot of heals right here.
Syringe here. Syringe here. Syringe here. Syringe here.
Alright. I don't know which way to go. Yeah, I guess we can go this way. But yeah, as far as being a haven't played it all, we can stomp some bots, LOL. No, I mean, as far as playing pubs versus ranked, I mean, right now I'm in silver, so I would expect you to be in bronze if you haven't played ranked in a long time. So like, it's really not going to be that much more difficult than it would be otherwise. Also, why did Lifeline go that way? You're awesome, Lifeline. Thanks. It's not like there's only 2 of us and we have to, you know, now 1v3 instead of 2v3 or anything. What was I saying though? But yeah, ranked when it comes to silver and bronze, as long as you get a kill or get top 10, you're gonna be going up in rank. Like, you can't really lose points in bronze. Well, you literally can't lose points in bronze. So yeah, I mean, as far as playing ranked, it's really not that big of a problem. That's why I went this way.
Giving him the chimney.
Okay, stupido.
Already on my mark.
Bang.
Firing for effects.
Bing, bing, bang. Come on up. You know you want to. Come on up.
Replicator touching down.
Yeah, let's not do this.
Looks like that area's been compromised. Forget that. Let's check out this area.
Come on. Come on, Lifeline. I'm not doing this. Told you I'm not doing this. Come on. Come on.
Let's check out this area.
I told you. I called it 14 times, bro. I told you, let's go.
Let's reposition here.
I'm going to keep calling it. When you die, I'm not coming back for you. Come on, man.
Let's reposition here.
Oh, now you heard me. Right. Okay. Come on. You slow nugget of a person who just is struggling. All right. I'm still an Octane main because I don't know the meta, but I'm also have Caustic if that's more useful. I don't know if I'd say it's more useful. Really, Octane's never the meta, so that's or at least he hasn't ever been the meta. That may change in the future. You never know. But I would say that Lifeline's meta, Bloodhound's meta, and then like pretty much any other character is fine. So yeah. Oh geez.
Enemy spotted.
If I could shoot, that would be awesome. Please tell me you're not down there. Okay, cool. I was about to say, please tell me you're not down there getting shot at. Grenade is G. Whoop.
Throwing thermite.
Whoop.
Arc start out.
I vote we go this way. Bro, come on, bro.
Smoke out.
How about you not fight this, bro? They have snipers. We don't. Let's move.
We're inside the next ring.
Bro, are they up here with us now? Come on, man. This dude never listens to me. Homeboy never wants to listen to me. Nope, we're not doing it. I'm not doing it again.
Let's go this way.
I'm not doing it. I'm going. You can either follow or die there. It's up to you, man.
Okay, let's go this way. Smoke out.
Yeah, good try. All right. Going for position. That's what we're doing. We're going for position. I don't care. See? I told him we needed to move. And I was right. Yeah, I'm glad you got some extra supplies and all that, but I'm going to take high ground over extra supplies. Preferably. I guess right there is technically the better of the two high grounds. So let's go ahead and slide down that way. Octane jump pad. Thank you for that, Octane. Oh, I thought I pushed that a little bit too far. Did you open that? I think he opened that care package. Did he open it? No, he did not open it. I'm going for it. I shouldn't, but I'm going for it, boys. We're going. Bang.
Shield here. Level 3.
Bang. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Whoop. That's probably not going to do anything, but it's all good.
Target over there. Give me a sec. Recharging shield. recharge.
Bro, let him come in. Woo, ouchie. This is bad. Bro, he was shooting around the wall, dude. No, I was going for the door. I was going for the door. I thought I had it. No. No. I was like, he was shooting around the corner. It wasn't. It's because it's two teams. All right. Well, that's good to know. We still got fourth, which is better than what we were going to get because he wanted to fight every time in stupid positions. But either way. 28 points. All right. Bang. Okay. Weight clipper. What happened to the map? I don't know, man. Oh, okay. We had paper 2 chemistry tests. Okay. It's all right. Kind of more harder than paper 1. It went all right, hopefully. Okay, man. Yeah. See, that's the other thing I dislike about tests is like, or not tests, about classes is the classes that give you a test like every other day. It's like, come on, man, just give me a break. Because there was a class that I took in college that was like that. Literally every other day we would take a test. She would teach us something. The next day she would test us on something and then start teaching us the thing for the next day. And that was how we got graded. It wasn't like most classes, they're like, oh, okay, you're graded on projects and in-class work. This was you're graded on tests and projects. And it was kind of stupid. Basically, it turned out that like all those tests were worth like 50% of your grade, I think, and then 25% was projects, and then 25% was your final test, your final and your midterm. So it was just ridiculous, that class was. So it's like if you just didn't show up on the day of a test, that's a 0. And if you just didn't show up to class, which a lot of people do in college, they just don't show up and they just pass the final, because a lot of classes, that's the way it works. If you did that same thing with this class, you're guaranteed to only be able to get a 50. That's if you show up for the midterm and the final. Like, it was ridiculous. And you did all the projects and got an A on all the projects. Like, it was just, that class was so stupid. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I dislike college. Anywho, oh, we also had an English lecture paper, 1 question worth 30 marks. Jeez. I've never played ranked, LOL. Yeah, ranked is to me it's more fun because it's actually like worthwhile. Also, I just realized that he took Bangalore from me. But yeah, ranked is just, to me it's more fun because it actually feels like I'm accomplishing something versus like pubs. It feels like I'm just playing the game to play the game, which I mean it's fine, but it's boring. Also, why'd you kill that thing? That's great. Draw more attention to us. That's exactly what we want in a ranked game when we're still looting up. Perfect. Perfect, bro. Wow. Yeah, I guess I'll, nope, never mind. It sounds like he took it. I was like, I'll pick that up. Never mind, sounds like he took it, so. Never mind. Yeah, the map is still effed. Alright, well, I was gonna say maybe it was just my game wasn't loaded fully or something. Maybe that's why, the map was just, like, defaulted into what it is, but I don't think that's what it is at this point. I'm gonna stick with the idea that I think it's the game. The game is just messed up, not just my map. So I hope you know where you're going, because if you don't, you're kind of screwed right now because you don't have a map. Does Big Map work? Big Map doesn't work either. So yeah, hopefully you guys that are playing Apex right now really know the map, because if you don't, you're in trouble. I guess I should probably pick that up as well. What can I drop? Oh, duh. Drop these. Bang, bang, bang. Did I need shields? I don't remember if I needed shields or not. Well, at this point now, it doesn't matter. Just picking them up. Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, jeez. The new game mode is really good for Watson and Caustic. Oh, wait a second. By the way...
R301 here.
Okay. Oh, I was... yeah, we'll take that. By the way, you probably know this, but... wait. 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna jump into this corner and read this. Reload, cool. Okay. By the way, you probably know this, but just in case you weren't aware, PC players and console players can't play with each other unless they are squatted together. Xbox and PS4 can, regardless of squad, though. Yeah, I know that. That's why he's trying to add me. Well,
guys for sure. They're fighting in
yeah, there's people near you. Neither one of us are near you, dummy. Oh, don't you just love playing with randoms? It's so fun. So much fun, bro. Playing with randoms. You gotta love it. Okay. But yeah, that's why he's trying to add me on here, which again, I don't know if oh, you forgot to remind me, bro. Hopefully I'll remember this time because I think we're gonna die pretty quickly. Hopefully I'll remember this time to exit and show you my Origin account name so you can add that if that's how you have to do it, which I'm not entirely sure if you do or not.
Watch out for the new kill leader, friend. Hostile spotted. Marking our surroundings.
Bro, this guy better be amazing. This guy better be amazing because he's about to die.
Care package being delivered.
Frag out. Income. Frag out. The enemies are shooting at me. Markers are out. Scanning the area.
No one's even coming up on my map, bro.
Reloading. Enemy taken down.
Two of them, two of them, two of them. Oh, I only got an assist for it.
No quarter given.
Thermite grenade out.
Reloading.
Scanning the area.
Oh, that's where he's at. Okay. Bro, what? Got him. How am I the new kill leader with 1 kill? Bro, what? Bro, excuse me, what? Did it say I'm the kill leader? I could have sworn that said I was the kill leader. Bro, what? I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. Alright, so let's go ahead and reload everything. I need a turbocharger, not a skull piercer, so. Bam, 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 wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am, for the Phoenix kit that we're gonna use now.
Lag isn't as bad as it was last time, so I guess it's good.
I'll pick all that up. Thank you. Where was I at? I need energy ammo too, man. I have a devotion.
I need energy ammo. Eyes peeled for an extended energy mag.
I need energy ammo.
I mean, if we're all saying we need it, I might as well too, right? The new game is really good for Watson and Caustic. You only land in final circle, set it up, wait for others to come at you. We won a really good game last night with Caustic on our team. Yeah, I got a really good game as well with Caustic doing that same strategy. But it was during the time when I was having a lot of problems where pretty much every other time I would try and clip, it would only clip a minute instead of the full game. So that was the problem I was having. So yeah, that's the problem I was having. So I didn't end up getting the Caustic one, but also, what was I gonna say? That another one is you probably want Lifeline as well on the team because Lifeline gives you the heals when you have to go outside a circle. But yeah, Watson Caustic Lifeline in the new game mode is an insane combo right now. Where did they both go down there? You guys both went down there. Okay.
We've already been here.
Did they go to vault? They didn't go to vault. I'm about to go to vault. But yeah, Caustic is insane whenever you can set him up in there. The problem is that you will get rushed, and you have to get rushed. You have to get rushed imperfectly by them, but perfectly for you to not die. Because there are several games where I tried to play that.
I'm just gonna go.
There were several games where I tried to play that, and I got rushed by like 15 teams, and so it just didn't work out. We ended up dying because, of course, we did. What are you dropping? What are you dropping? What are you dropping? You dropping an energy weapon? Dropping the energy? Nope, not dropping the energy. Okay. Cool. We're gonna go there and there. I can't pick up any more of them. Sorry. Now we're gonna go here. Make sure that's reloaded. All right, let's go. Let's get it.
I need an extended light mag.
Let's reposition here.
Whoa. Somebody left some comments here. Caustic would be much more useful than Octane actually helping the team by placing traps in places, whereas Octane just runs, saves his own skin. I mean, yes and no. It depends. Like, a bad Caustic, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, you might as well, if you're good at Octane and you're bad with Caustic, you might as well just play Octane, because you're not going to be as useful as a good Caustic. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter.
Hostile over there.
Heard that.
1 minute. The ring isn't far.
Plus, I mean, the thing is, like, playing to the meta doesn't really matter
Yeah,
when
you
we're in
go-
silver
I
and
did-
bronze.
I fucking took my shit and now I'm not even.
Calling upon nature's strength. Scanning the area. Grenade out. Fire. Marking my targets. Reloading.
Why do I suck so bad at close range fighting on PC?
Took out an enemy.
Hey, you pop 2 smokes. You want to get me up or nah? I can't see him.
All father, give me sight.
New kill leader appointed.
Now we can loot them.
Only 2 other squads left.
Bang, bang, bang.
Does anyone have shotgun ammo?
Care package being delivered.
Shotgun ammo here. Giving my shields a recharge.
Sick.
Optics here. Close range. Highlights your enemy.
Recharging my
Oh, we gotta go, bros. We got to goes, bros.
sensors focusing on this spot.
No. No. Okay, I made it. Whew. Didn't know if I was gonna make that one.
Patching up.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
I'm repairing myself.
Only 1 squad left.
Oh, cool. So we might actually win this ranked game. I got 2 and 2, so.
They gotta be pretty far away from us. Kill each other.
All right, I'm gonna actually have to like pause after this game because you guys left a bunch of comments. So in order to actually read them all, I kind of need to pause in between this game and the next one to actually catch up.
Oh my god, it's just legs up there.
All right, we might actually win one. Cool. Funny how what? Okay.
I hear him. No, that's you. That's you.
I hear him. Nope, never mind. That was you. My bad. Whoa, gosh. Ow. Ow! Bro, what? How do they see me all the time? Bros. Broskies. Alright, we're gonna hide behind this tree again.
Oh my gosh.
Watch my back.
Oh jeez. I don't think we're gonna win this one. I really don't think we're gonna win this one. Oh jeez, yep, we're not going to win this one. Yep. Yep, we didn't win that one. We got our butts pushed in. It would not surprise me if they are smurfing. So I'm tempted to look at their badges right quick. If we can look at their badges. Okay, so bronze with no stats. Uh-huh. All right. That looks smurfy to me. That looks smurfy to me. Playing Lifeline, that's good. Playing Wraith, which again lends towards possibly a sweat. And playing Rampart. I'm not entirely sure about the Rampart part, but a lot of sweats play Wraith, so it would not surprise me if they were trying to smurf on here. Anywho, okay, so what I was going to do... Bang, bang, bang. Come on. Go away. Let's open an Apex pack first. Oh, it looked like it was going to go gold there for a second. I was like, yeah, no, nope, didn't go gold. Bang, bang, bang. I don't care about that. Epic skin. Bang, 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 bang. Exit to desktop. So, PP, if you are trying to add me, here is the other name by which you should be able to add me. Oh, actually, never mind. It's Clipper828 on both. Yeah, hello Clipper828. So yeah, just type in Clipper828 and you should be able to find me. Yeah, that's my name on here. So yeah, add that account and you should be able to play with me on PC. Aside from that, let's go ahead and launch the game again. Never mind. I don't know how to do that. Don't know how to work the Origin game menu. So yeah, let's go ahead and just do this. All right. By the way, okay, never mind. Bloodhound is very powerful right now. Octane is for really good players who want to just have fun. Yeah, Octane is definitely not a competitive. He's never been meta yet, so I don't know. He's really just more of a for fun character than anything. Plus, this new game mode sucks with his healing passive, which makes... Oh, yeah. Yeah. You get healed by the bubbles whenever you run into him. So, yeah, it does make his healing passive kind of even more useless. So, yeah. That is a good point as well. Sorry. I got no more tests until Tuesday. Man, I don't know why I get gassy like midway through a stream when I haven't eaten anything. It just doesn't. I don't understand. It's weird. Sometimes if you don't wait, what? If I don't revise, I tend to get higher marks. What? If I don't revise, I don't know what you mean, but okay. Only sometimes though. I mean, I guess you mean like study. Is that what you mean? But I don't know. The map is scuffed today, isn't it? Yep, it sure is. I'm gonna do a test game before I play tomorrow. If it's laggy, I'll just not play. But if it's all right, then I'll play. All right, for sure. Is Bloodhound some kind of plague doctor? No. He's got a plague doctor skin. So if you go to Legends, Bloodhound, plague doctor, he's got a plague doctor skin. But no, his origin or her origin, its origin, because I guess its gender is supposed to be not confirmed, It is not a doctor. It was a kid that, you know, embraced technology in her culture, or its culture didn't want it to embrace technology, and so it was outcast. And yeah, no, not a doctor, but they do have a plague doctor skin. I think it just fits the aesthetic of the character. That's why they did it. I mean, there's also a samurai skin, so I mean, plague doctor and samurai not really relevant to the character per se, but all right. Who was I playing? Oh, I was playing Bangalore. I was like, who should I switch back to playing? Oh wait, never mind. He doesn't have the bird beak. Yeah, he does. In that one skin, he does. Speaking of Plague Doctor, I got that as my Halloween costume, and I'm going on my first ever trick or treat in my life with my friend on the 31st. LOL. Nice. I mean, Halloween's always something to have fun with. I had fun with Halloween until I was like 8, but that was me. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a big candy guy, and most of the time what they're handing out is chocolate, and I'm not a huge candy guy, and I'm definitely not a chocolate guy. That's just not me. If I'm going to eat chocolate, I like extremely dark chocolate. And so like generic Hershey's garbage chocolate just doesn't do it for me. Sorry. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to remember. I ended up dressing up as, let's see. It was usually a combination of a soldier, a samurai, or some form of martial artist was like what I'd usually dress up as, which part of that was because I was in Taekwondo, so I'd just wear my Taekwondo uniform around for Halloween. Like, yeah, so that's usually what I was dressing up as, was like those kind of things. The announcement was that if you killed the kill leader. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't read it. I was too busy like being distracted and not being good at playing on PC. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense than me being the kill leader in a moment while I had one kill. I think it's 8:30. What? Or I think at 8:30. What? Huh? I'm confused. Oh, like you're going out at 8:30 on the 31st. Got it. So I still get to watch the stream. All right, cool. 9:30. Okay. Well, that's awesome. Thanks, man. Maybe you can watch it with your friend while you're preparing for trick-or-treating. Clipper, your teammate sounds exactly like you, but when your mic is on PlayStation. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he did sound similar to me, but I think his voice, what was it? It was a little bit more nasally, I think, than me, and it sounded like he had a bad mic. Like, so yeah, that could be it. I don't know though. But if you say he sounds exactly like me, maybe he does. I don't know. I listen to myself a lot, like not whenever I'm talking to you guys, but whenever I'm trying to like do audio recording, I plug it into the actual audio equipment and it monitors and feeds back my voice. So I feel like I have a pretty good handle on what my voice sounds like. Because let's put it this way. For those of you that don't know this, whenever you listen to yourself back on an audio recording, not only is that audio recording usually like an answering machine, so it sounds worse than what your voice actually does sound like, but add on top of that the fact that whenever you talk, some of the frequencies are reverberating through your throat and head. So your voice actually sounds different to you than it does to other people. Not much, but by a little bit. And so, but I feel like I've listened to my own voice through this audio setup enough to know what my voice sounds like through this audio setup. So yeah, I feel like I've got a good handle on what my voice sounds like, and I thought he did sound a little bit more nasally on top of a bad mic, but maybe that was just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm off. You can tell me. I think that Pathfinder. Okay. I don't really main any character. I just pick a character I'm in the mood to play. I pick everybody except Wraith at least one day on longer sessions, but I think. Yeah, no, I don't pick Wraith because like everybody plays Wraith, and I've never played Wraith because everybody plays Wraith, so I feel like I'm not good with her, if that makes any sense. So Just not a Wraith main. Let's see. I played a decent amount of Octane. I played a decent amount of Lifeline. I haven't played as much Gibby as I have in the past, but whenever I first started playing this game, I played Lifeline and Gibby, and I've picked Lifeline back up. I haven't picked Gibby back up. So I haven't played as much Gibby as I probably should. I played a decent amount of Bloodhound, played a decent amount of Bangalore, played a lot of Caustic, not a lot of Mirage. So I guess Wraith and Mirage, Wraith, Mirage, and Octane are like the only 3 characters I don't play like at all. And then Wattson, like the characters I play probably go least would be Wraith, Octane, Mirage. Then it would be Wattson, Gibby. Yeah, Wattson and Gibby. Then it would be Bangalore, Loba. Then it would be Lifeline, Bloodhound, Pathfinder, and Loba. And then it would be Rampart, Revenant, and Crypto would be probably the ones I play the most on my own free time. But I don't know. I've been playing a decent amount of Lifeline lately, so she might start bumping up as far as the amount of games I've actually played with each character. But yeah, I don't know, man. I played a lot with Crypto recently because Crypto is just, he's really good if you've got a team that wants to play around him, which is hard to find sometimes. But I think Octane is probably the most fun legend to play, but Revenant, Caustic, Pathfinder, and Lifeline have all had moments of special attention for me when I just tend to pick them more than the others. Yeah, I'd say right now the ones that I'm picking the most are Crypto, Revenant. I'd say recently, because I played a lot of Rampart, it's been Rampart, but I'd say like right now, if I was going to pick a character right now to jump in and play on a ranked team with, it's either going to be Crypto, Revenant, or Lifeline. And most likely Lifeline's going to be taken, so it's probably going to be Crypto or Revenant. And if somebody picks Revenant, then I'm going to pick Crypto. That's basically like, it's not the best all-around team, but it's a good team. It's a solid team, basically. But yeah, that's a solid ranked team right there. You have Revenant for the push ability, you have Lifeline for the recover ability, and you have Crypto for the ability to see where people are in the fight and hopefully get positioned before you get into the fight. So yeah, and then the other thing is that if you're getting position with Revenant, the awesome thing that you can do is set up, so like you set up Revenant up here on top of a cliff where they don't have an angle on you, and they're down here, you jump down, you die, and then you pop back up on the cliff and you're safe. So yeah, Revenant is really good if you've got a good Revenant. And I wouldn't say I'm a great Revenant. I wouldn't even necessarily say I'm a good Revenant, but I'm a good enough Revenant to make the cut if we need one. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, LOL, I burped and it felt like I had something stuck in my throat. That's weird. Oh, and season 3 or 4, I played a lot of Wattson. She was my bae. Acid reflux. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever really played a whole lot of Wattson. I played a decent amount of Wattson when she came. I play most characters I play a decent amount of whenever they first come out to decide whether or not I like them. And I will say, so let's see, when did Octane was the first one, I believe, because these two were in when the game first launched, I believe. So Octane was the first one. I played a lot of him whenever he came out. And then I think he kind of died off for me. Wattson, I didn't play a lot of her when she came out, and she's never really gotten back up there for me. She's good, but she's not amazing. And then Crypto, I didn't play a lot of. So both of these I didn't play a lot of when they first came out, but he's gotten way better now in ranked. So I played more of him now than I ever did in the past. Revenant, I played a decent amount of him whenever he came out, and then I've played a decent amount of him now. And there was a lull in the middle where I didn't play a lot of them. Loba, I played a lot of whenever she first came out, and haven't played her almost at all since. And then Rampart, she's pretty recent, but I've played a lot of her, and she's still good. She's just not quite good enough to me. Like, pretty much the only time I would ever play Rampart is if somebody picks Crypto and somebody picks Lifeline and we need a defensive character. I'll pick Rampart over Gibby. That's pretty much the only time I'd pick Rampart. And even then, I'm more tempted to lately play Revenant than Rampart. So, I don't know. I think she's still good, I just don't know if she's good enough to make the cut every time. So, anywho, she's a good character, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, out of all the new characters, I'd say these two are the meta right now if you're going to go with any of them and you're going to play ranked with any degree of like competitiveness. Funny how I'm sitting a 90-degree posture. Okay, I don't know what you mean, but okay. LOL, Bloodhound's gear is... Wait. Bloodhound's gender is confirmed. They're non-binary. Born female. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't even know they had confirmed that she was born female. I thought they just said she was, like, non-binary, or it was just non-binary. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't know they had confirmed that she was born female yet, but okay. But from a space Viking tribe that doesn't value gender roles at all, nor do they acknowledge them. A space Viking with a, yeah, I'm not sure I can say that word. Also, as far as them not valuing gender, it's funny though that the head of the tribe is a male. That's very stereotypical. If they don't believe in gender, then why is the head a male? I'm just saying, because he's like blatantly obvious. Like, if he's not a male, then he's a female that has had its chest altered, as well as has taken a massive amount of steroids. If it's not a male, let's just put it that way. So yeah. Anywho, yeah, it's just kind of funny that they're trying to play like it's all like, you know, gender equality. Like, I mean, I think Gibby's supposed to be gay, and that one's non-binary, and now there was supposedly talk of Rampart being gay, but now I believe she's in love with Mirage, so I don't know. I think Bangalore's supposed to be bisexual, and then like you've got robots, which obviously don't have any form of sexuality. It's like, okay, so we get where you're going with this, but anywho, I hate... That's supposed to be how, but you did not put how there, but I hate blank. My voice sounds to others in recordings, but I sound way clearer and better when I hear myself, LOL. Yeah, so like I said, part of that has to do with you do sound different to other people because your voice is going to sound different to you. And then the other part of that is that it has to do with the audio equipment. Phones... Even though we've made all these massive advancements as far as phones are concerned when it comes to like photos and technology and all that stuff, one of the things that hasn't really changed, and one of the parts that people or phone companies tend to skimp on is the microphone and the speakers. That's one of the things they tend, because the other thing is that not only are they skimping on it because they don't really need to be putting a focus on it, they're skimping on it because it's harder to put... As phones get thinner and smaller, it's harder to make speakers that sound good and microphones that record well in smaller and smaller phones. So that's part of the reason why there's not a large amount of advancements as far as that's concerned. But yeah, phone speakers are usually trash, so it's going to make you sound worse, as well as the fact that you already do sound different to other people than you sound in your own head. So those two things combined, yeah, usually most people don't like listening to themselves, and neither do I, but you know, I've kind of gotten more used to it when I'm listening to myself through this microphone. I've gotten used to it. Oh, that Ghost game that you're talking about also has to do virtual reality support. I have VR, or wait, I'd like to have VR in the future. Probably won't though. Ew, Watson ugly. You think she's ugly? I don't think she's ugly. I don't think she's ugly. I mean, the scar's kind of gnarly looking, but I don't think Watson's ugly. Anywho, oh geez, what just happened? What just happened? Oh geez. Okay, let's do that. Nope. Okay, everything got messed up, because of course it did. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome restream. You're awesome. Okay, so I think we need to go here, 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 here and there. Okay, I think I fixed it. Hopefully I fixed it. What was I saying though? Oh yeah, virtual reality. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a big like fan of virtual reality. It's just not for me, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just not a huge fan of it. Like, I'd be more of a fan of going if you were gonna go to like a what's it called? They have like buildings that you can go and play virtual reality in. Like it's like a whole building set up specifically designed around virtual reality. I think I'd be willing to do that, but even then, like that requires you to run around, so I can't really do that. So yeah, I've just not been a huge like fan of virtual reality stuff. I've used virtual reality twice. I think it was an Oculus Rift, one of them, and I don't remember what the other one was, but I've used it twice and it wasn't like a huge thing for me. It didn't feel like it was really virtual reality, if that makes any sense. Like it felt like I'm wearing glasses that are projecting an image in front of my face. But that might be because I have like a good enough peripheral vision that I could always tell that I'm wearing glasses. Like I could see the glasses part of it. So I don't know though. It is what it is. Oh yeah, another funny thing about virtual reality is, 90s kids or 2000s kids will probably remember their parents saying, "Don't watch so much TV, it's going to hurt your eyes. Don't sit so close to the TV, it's going to hurt your eyes." And then we come up with virtual reality that literally puts a lens like an inch away from your eyeball. It's just kind of funny how that worked out. Watson ugly XD. I've always said Watson is incredibly powerful in the hands of an exceptional player, but her kit is useless in middle. I don't know. Even above average or less players. I don't know, because the thing is about Watson, her kit is nice. The problem is that, like, even if you're the perfect Watson, I'd rather have a caustic, if that makes any sense. Like, ideally, your team has enough heals and stuff that her ultimate is basically useless. And ideally, you're playing, like they said that right now, the whole name of the game they're trying to force it into is it's about positioning. So if you're playing to the perfect position and you have the right heals, a Gibby bombardment or a Bangalore bombardment isn't going to affect you. So her ability to stop that isn't really effective. Her ability to stop grenades, however, is a little bit more effective. But since they made it to where you can only carry one grenade now and not two per stack, grenades are less of a problem than they used to be. So she's good, but I would say also they made her a little bit more skill intensive. I will agree with that, in the fact that now her ultimate does go away. You can't just shoot it and make it go away. It does actually go away. Off of time, I'd say that it does make her require a little bit more of a skill. But like, for instance, House, you guys have probably seen him stop in the stream, probably seen me play with him on PlayStation. My House is Fire. He mains Watson, and he's a pretty darn good Watson. At least one of the best that I've ever played with. And even at him, he's stopped playing Watson because she's lost really that competitive edge. She's just not quite there when it comes, like, if you're an insanely good and proficient Watson in pubs, you will pub stomp. Don't get me wrong. But in the top tier end, like the diamond end of ranked, she's just not good enough. You need to be playing, I mean, like, let's see. I mean, Rampart is better than her. Bangalore is more useful than her. Revenant, Crypto, Bloodhound, Lifeline. Pathfinder, maybe you can argue is more useful than Watson. Mirage, if you're a good Mirage, is more useful than Watson. Caustic's more useful than Watson. Pretty much the only ones that aren't more useful than Watson are Loba, Octane, and Wraith in ranked. She's just not there when it comes to the top skill level of players. She's just not. She doesn't quite make it. Because, like I said, when you're playing with those top tier players, ideally your position is going to help you more than worrying about throwing down a Watson ulti and depending on the Watson ulti. That's the other thing, is like, yes, you do need to depend on your team a certain amount, and you need to worry about team composition so you can depend on what your teammates are supposed to be doing. But depending on Watson wholeheartedly is something that you shouldn't really be doing. So I don't know. She's just not. She's never been good enough to justify to me playing her in ranked, at least in the top end. But yeah, I would say if you're top tier Wattson player and you're gonna go to play pubs, yeah, you can wreck some people's faces with her. But in ranked, she doesn't quite make it there. I thought Bloodhound was a male. Again, from what I had heard, they said she because apparently she's a she. They said she was non-binary. Was what they said. So I would just went with it because I don't really care what non-binary means. I guess that means you don't fit in between male or female, so I'm gonna go with it. But yeah, but apparently they confirmed she was born female. So yeah, I don't know. I hadn't heard one way or the other, but Bloodhound sounds male. Yeah, I don't know. But hey, call me sexist, but the bulge was a lie. Oh jeez, what? There's no bulge, man. That's just pants, bro. That's not a bulge. Even in the legendary skins, bro. Wait, how do I go to skins? Oh, there we go. There's no bulge, it's just pants, bro. There's no bulge. That one it's covering up. So there might be a bulge in this one, you'll just never know. And then there's no bulge there, so yeah. Actually, I doubt any of the characters actually have a bulge now that we're talking about it. Does Mirage? Okay, Mirage kind of has a bulge. And then he has a cup, so yeah, I don't know. Although right there, no wait, where was it? This one? That's looking kind of flat, Mirage. I don't think he's packing. I'm just saying. I don't know if he's packing or not. And then Gibby, he's covered. So I think Gibby be packing because oh wait, no, he's not because you can see around it. I was about to say, I was like, I think Gibby be packing because they cover that thing up every time, but nah, you can see straight through it. He's got nothing. He ain't got nothing there, man. So I guess in the Apex universe, they just like, cut it off of all the dudes because none of them seem to be packing at all. Like none of them. Let's see. Can you see Caustic? Is he packing? No, you can't even see around Caustic's. So Caustic might be packing. Oh wait, nope, right there. You can kind of see. So Caustic's not packing either, man. Nope. He ain't packing either. Man, I guess they just cut the genitalia off of all the males. Crypto kind of packing. And by comparison, I mean. Okay, but see there, yeah, no. Nah, man. I think they just cut the genitalia off the males because nobody's packing in here. I don't know. I don't know why we got onto this conversation. This is a really weird conversation for us to be on. But hey, the iPhone 12 Pro looks like the Samsung's new model, LMAO. I mean, to me, it looks like the iPhone 5, which I think I have one here. Okay, so this is not an iPhone 5. This is an iPhone SE, the original iPhone SE. This is what it looks like to me. It just looks like a bigger camera version of the iPhone SE. And I'm pretty sure that the iPhone 12 mini is supposed to be about the same size. So the iPhone 12 mini is going to be pretty tiny. I mean, by comparison, here's I guess what they're saying the iPhone mini is supposed to look like versus my iPhone 11. This is the baseline iPhone 11, not the iPhone 11 Pro Max or anything. That's the size difference. So yeah, it's a pretty small phone by comparison, but you're going to have more screen to body ratio. So I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. So realistically, no, it doesn't look like the new Samsung. The new Samsung looks like the old iPhone, and they're going back to the old iPhone is what it looks like to me. But, I guess it depends on what family you're a part of when it comes to phone tribes. So yeah. For the head of the tribe, it was who values the tribe the most and gives the most to the tribe. Well, you could argue that let's put it this way. It's a different universe, but if you're basing that universe off of humans as we know them, females are usually genetically predisposed to appreciating and valuing community over males. So you would think that would lead towards it being a female in that respect, but and gives the most to the tribe. I mean, what do you value more? Do you value a loving community, or do you value the food that a man stereotypically would bring to the table? It's up to you. It didn't have to be a woman to say they didn't value gender roles. Well, no, but what I'm saying is a more effective way of communicating that, because it didn't say that in the trailer, would be to have a woman in charge, is what I'm saying. That's actually contradictory. Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm not saying that it had to be a woman. I'm saying that it would have been more apparent without them having to come outright and say it. Because the fact that they had to come outright and say it means that they are trying to push an agenda. But without them having to come out and say it, they could have just put a woman as the tribe leader and left it at that. But, you know, or better yet, put a Bloodhound-esque figure where the gender is unknown as the leader. That's something else they could have done. But, you know, it is what it is. They have their agenda. They're gonna do what they want. But yeah, that would have been the ideal thing, is don't put a male or a female. Put literally a Bloodhound where you can't tell its gender as the tribe leader. But it was blatantly obviously a male, so I don't know. Either way, Bloodhound was an... Wait, what? I have no clue how to say that word. Wait a second, what? Cause Wattson goes blind. Or wait, bald? Wait, what? Because Wattson goes bald. What? She goes bald. Oh, like her other skins don't have hair. Yeah, like, well, even there, it's kind of paint instead of bald. But so does Wraith. Wraith also goes bald, so I don't know. Some people playing on the PS5 right now. What? Huh? What? People are playing on the PS5 already? I thought the PS5 wasn't supposed to come out for, like, till November or something. Huh. All right, well, hopefully they're having a good time. That statement about the head of the tribe is me just stating that saying, why is it a man if they don't value gender roles, is a contradictory statement. I don't know the lore behind why he was chosen. Yeah, but that's the thing, is, like, they're making up lore not to make up good lore. They're making up lore to push what they want to push, and that's my problem with it. Wattson is actually especially helpful in the new game mode. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. In the new game mode, this is the thing. That's what I was talking about, is that she's not useful in ranked. In the new game mode, she's amazing because she's one of the only ways to get your heal back when you have to go outside of the bubble. So yes, in the new game mode, she's amazing. But she's amazing, and so is Lifeline. Like, the meta in the new... So here's the way I would rank it. Wattson in ranked. Not really worthwhile if you're in the top end of ranked. If you're in the middle, like gold, perfect. Use her if you want to. Pubs, perfect, especially if you're good at her. New game mode, amazing. But in ranked, which is the game mode I play, she's trash. She's just not trash, but she's not good enough to compete. Versus Lifeline, by comparison, she's good in the new game mode. She's great in ranked, especially at the high end. And she's amazing in pubs too. So that's kind of like what I'm comparing her to. So yeah, she's just not like, she's not quite there when it comes to, like, in the new game mode, yes, both of them. You want both of them on your team. But I don't know, man. She's just not. And the other thing is like, even then, actually, I would say in the new game mode, Lifeline is better, because in the new game mode, you don't have to have Wattson. You can just go shield swap. So Lifeline takes your health back after the fight. Wattson would usually heal up your shields, but instead you just shield swap. Like, so even then I'd say she's not quite as useful. She's good. She's really good, but she just doesn't have near the utility of Lifeline. Like, and I guess here's my way of describing it. Meta for ranked is Crypto Bloodhound, Lifeline, Revenant, some form of pushing character. None of those are Wattson. Versus meta in the new game mode is Wattson, Lifeline, and Caustic, and somewhat Bloodhound, because people are playing him from ranked. So like really trapping it up and staying in place, she's really good for that. in that game mode specifically. So she is meta in that game mode, but how long is that game mode going to stay around? In ranked, she's not really meta. And in pubs, she's not really meta. In pubs tends to more closely reflect ranked now, because most of the people that are playing the game right now are people that play ranked and every once in a while go to pubs stomp. Pretty much the way the game is now. There's not a large enough of a fan base for this game for pubs to not be that anymore. So, but yeah. Especially helpful in the new game mode. Without heals, people feel that extra inventory space with throwables. I mean, yes and no. So like, I'd say, like, usually I'll carry 2 grenades in most game modes. Versus that one I might carry 3 to 4, but even then, like, I don't notice it enough for it to be like a problem. But that might just be the people I end up playing with. Throwables don't seem to be a huge problem in that game mode, more than, like, yes, it's a noticeable amount more, but the noticeable amount more could be everybody on my team carries 2. Now they're all carrying 3. That's 3 extra grenades. That's going to be noticeable. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a ton more, but it is more. I gotta go. See you. Gonna watch the remainder tomorrow. All right, for sure, man. Also, if you want to talk about good-looking Wattson skins, look at her skin for the collection event. Oh yeah, what does that skin look like? I don't really remember what that skin looks like. That one? I don't know, man. I mean, it's just tighter, so I could see why you like it, but it is just a tighter spandex suit than anything. But as far as her face and everything, it looks the same, and her hair looks the same. So I don't know, man. I'm just not like okay, so if I had to pick a waifu, because we're objectifying women here, if I had to pick a waifu from the Apex Legends games, I mean, honestly, it might be Rampart. I mean, that's like my gut reaction, is to just say Rampart. But let's see. I mean, Loba's pretty good looking too. Loba's pretty good looking too, but like, as far as a personality, the crazy of Wattson kind of draws me in. That tells you kind of the masochist I am towards relationships. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Rampart. Wraith, I don't know. I don't know about Wraith, bro. If I had to pick a waifu, I don't think it'd be Wraith. I'm tempted to say Lifeline, but I don't know. And definitely not Bangalore. I'm just not a fan of, like, if I were gonna pick a girl to date out of this lineup, it wouldn't be Bangalore. I don't know. That makeup on Loba is looking pretty crazy, so I don't know. Like that, like, she looks more normal, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go with Rampart. Like, all of her skins look pretty good. Like, yeah, I'd probably go with Rampart if I'm gonna pick a waifu from this universe, as far as these characters are concerned. Non-binary is literally just not accepting the not accepting the assumptions that come with the labels of being a guy or a girl, not that they are actually something outside of the binary norms. I had to learn about this stuff in school. So when someone says I'm non-binary, they aren't saying I don't have junk. I know that's not what they're saying, but okay, 1 second. Not relating to, composed of or involving just 2 things. So they're saying they are outside of the gender norm. They are not involving male or female. They are not related to either one of those 2 things. Relating to, use, or denoting a system of numerical, basically saying that they are outside of the binary. And I'm not saying that they don't have junk. Obviously, almost, because there's 0.00001% of people that are born without junk, but everybody is born with junk. So I know that they don't not have junk, or they haven't gone into surgery and removed their junk and are just blank. I know that. But what they're trying to say is that they are outside of the binary, is what non-binary by definition means. They are not part of the binary, which is male and female. But anyways, please don't apply labels / assumptions to me. Just a social thing. I mean, I'm not saying that you are, I don't even know your gender preference. And I'm getting a phone call. I don't know anything about you, man, as far as your gender preference. I'm not applying a label to you. If you identify as non-binary, you never told me that. So I'm not applying that to you. I'm just saying if you look at the definition of what non-binary is, that just means she doesn't identify as male or female. And I'm not saying that she doesn't have junk. I'm just like, I don't know where you got that assumption of her not having junk from, but I'm just saying, like, you know, they identify as outside of the binary, non-binary. Just going to continue with the male / female thing. You are saying you are still being a tad contradictory. You are saying they are pushing an agenda, because they are. What is the fact of this tribe specifically, not regarding gender as being a thing? What does that have to do with what this tribe, how does that influence their culture? Because they still have a male chieftain. They still do everything normal. The fact that this tribe doesn't value gender doesn't affect the way the tribe works. So just saying that is like, it's kind of like saying, what is it? It's kind of like saying this tribe cuts off their pinky toe. Doesn't affect how they walk, and they always wear shoes. Okay, so why do we need to know that they have one less toe in that shoe? It doesn't affect anything. So, like, it's useless information that I guess could, like, if it was useful information, then it would be cool to know. But if it doesn't affect the story at all, if it's just useless information thrown out there because it's thrown out there, that to me suggests more so agenda than world building. If that makes any sense. That's what my perspective. That's why I'm saying it's kind of like you're throwing that out there because you have an agenda. That's why I'm saying it like that. But anyways, where am I? You're saying they have an agenda, but then you're saying they should have done things to make it more obvious. No, I'm not saying like to make, so here's the thing. I'm not saying it that, I'm saying that they are doing it to push an agenda. And what I'm saying is if you're going to push an agenda better is what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, if you're going to blatantly do it, just blatantly do it. So like I'm saying, if they would have made the chieftain like a bloodhound to where their gender is just unknown, then people would. So here's the thing. The reason why I'm saying that is because I don't think anybody was asking. They said bloodhound is non-binary whenever they came out with the lore, which already to me, again, is like, I don't want to know that. I don't really care. It's kind of like knowing Gibby's gay. I don't really care. How does that affect the storyline? How does that affect the gameplay? It doesn't. So why does it matter? Unless you're saying it because you want to have people know that for whatever reason besides storyline and gameplay. To me, that suggests you're playing the politics game. But what I'm saying is that if they made the chieftain to where you couldn't tell its gender, then people might ask, oh, so Bloodhound's non-binary. Is the chieftain also non-binary? And when people are asking that question, then they could be like, oh yeah, the chieftain is non-binary, and then explain the fact that the culture, they would have an excuse to then explain it instead of like, I'm just basically what I'm saying is that I'm not saying make it more obvious. I'm saying make the story and the world building more enticing, because if it's more enticing, like if people are wondering, oh, well, is the whole culture like this? That makes people want to know more about the culture. And then that makes it to where whenever you offer up that information, it doesn't feel forced. Whereas whenever they say that, it feels like they have to throw that in. It's kind of like saying Gibby's gay. If it doesn't affect the storyline, which I get they've gone into his past more, so now I guess you could say it does. But saying that Gibby's gay doesn't affect the storyline. Versus if you say, oh, this is his childhood, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, I want to know more about this character. And then they say, oh, yeah, he's gay. Once you're already interested in the character or already interested in the tribe, it doesn't feel as forced, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm fine with them doing it. It's just forcing it down your throat like that without people actually wanting to know. That's whenever I don't like it, if that makes any sense. Trying to sum this up, but anyways. It's pushing an agenda. They need to change this to make it more obvious. And again, like I said, I'm not trying to say make it more obvious. I'm trying to say build a better world that makes people curious, and then they'll ask the questions that allow you to answer it in the way you want to. If that makes any sense. Like if you're going to be a world builder, which they're trying to be. If it's not obvious, they can't be pushing it very hard. Well, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. If it's not obvious, they can't be pushing it very hard. That in and of itself is what makes it obvious. If it's not obvious, then you're having to tell us, why are you telling us? Because if it's not obvious, then it doesn't matter. Like that's the way storytelling and world building works. If it's obvious, then it matters. If it's not obvious, it either should matter later, which it hasn't yet, or it shouldn't be there. Like if you look up, so here's, what's this guy's name? Man, I can't remember his name. There's a guy on YouTube though, if you're still here, Wimley. There's a guy on YouTube that if you look him up, there's a guy who does world building. And he's basically, his whole idea is teaching you how to be a good writer. And this plays into what I'm saying, which is part of one of the things that he says is, if you describe a house, so if your main character walks into a house and you say, he walks into the living room and there's a fireplace, and above the fireplace is a fire poker. The fact that fire poker is not in a stereotypical fire poker holder, it's up top, means you're calling attention to it. If you're calling attention to it, it should specifically then affect the story later. So, for instance, later in the story, somebody breaks into the house. They should then pick up that fire poker and beat the person over the head with the fire poker. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's useless information unless you're going to tie it in later, which they haven't. And that's part of the problem I'm having with it, is that it's useless information that's not affecting anything. So make it to where the person wants to know. If you make it to where the person wants to know, if you put a bloodhound as the chieftain, a bloodhound-esque character, then people will want to know and they'll ask the question, and then you reward them. It's like saying, it's like that, back to that example. It's like saying, oh, it would be like in that instance, what I'm trying to relate it to is, person breaks into the house, they beat them over the head with the fire poker. Well, where'd that fire poker come from? And then you have a flashback of her walking in, or the main character walking into the house and saying, like, it would be like Sherlock Holmes. That's a good example. Sherlock Holmes, the movie, where he, in the midst of a fight, it freeze frames and then it calls back. Even though you didn't see it the first time when he walked through, it shows you the first time he walked through him calling it back and recalling the information and remembering where weapons are. That kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those things, like, part of storytelling, it just feels lazy, basically, is what I'm saying. It feels lazy and it feels pushed, which is not part of good storytelling. Anywho, got way off on a tangent there. Like I said, that's anyways. Like most people, like most people don't even know that Bloodhound is non-binary, or is biologically a female. Yes, most people don't know she's biologically a female because most people, after feeling that the agenda is being pushed on them, just don't care about the storyline at all. I know a lot of people, I personally care a little bit about the storyline because I play this game a lot, but I know a lot of my buddies that I play on PlayStation with, that once they found out Gibby was gay, were like, I don't really care about the storyline anymore. They're just kind of pushing stuff. I know a lot of people, like, as in most of the people I play with, thought that way. They were like, oh, okay, now they're trying to make characters gay. And then, you know, I have a lot of friends that basically just tuned out entirely from the storyline whenever they found that out. So yeah, but, you know, it is what it is. Where was I? Most people don't even know the Bloodhound is biologically a female. I mean, that's the thing, though, is most people don't know that because that's also recent information. So people, A, tuned out, and B, that's recent information because as of when that trailer released, they still didn't confirm that she was either male or female. So, yeah. Anyways. Even though the voice actress is a female. Oh, but see, here's the other thing, Wimley. Technically, you're not supposed to call them actresses anymore. Everyone is just an actor. So yeah, that's another thing. Just FYI, because I got yelled at the other day. I got yelled at by there's a buddy of mine, an older gentleman. He's in his 70s, I want to say 60s or 70s. And he does plays. He is also a gay gentleman. which is ironic because he lives with a female right now and has never actually been married to a male. But you know, it is what it is. He says he's gay. He's not bi, but he is in a relationship with a woman. So I don't know. I just want to ask him questions about that, but it's his life. I'm gonna let him live his life. But him and his current sexual friend as well as living partner, I would assume, apparently didn't like the term actress. You were supposed to just say actor. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that one out there. They aren't putting any obvious signs that about the lore at all. You have to search for it, so they must be really bad at pushing an agenda. Again, the reason why I'm saying it is that if you have to search out, yes, you have to search out the story, unless they put it in a trailer that they put into the game. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Rampart gave me a sweet tooth for what? Wait, what? Yeah, Rampart gave me a sweet tooth for brownies. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. Brownies. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, I mean, yeah, I don't get that statement, Wimley. Yeah, Rampart gave me a sweet tooth for brownies. What? I don't get that statement. Anyways, Bangalore would have her way with whoever she was with, LOL. Yeah, probably. You're probably right. She probably wears the pants in the relationship for sure. But yeah, I don't know, man. Rampart just, yeah, I'd definitely be going with Rampart. Bangalore just like, the other thing is I guess I should say, I know a lot of women in my life personally that act a lot like Bangalore, and the best characteristic or way to describe them would be a way that YouTube would not like. And I'm still friends with them and I still like them, but they are the way they are and they know that they are the way they are. And some of them are self-proclaimed the way I would categorize them. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. If I had to rate, seeing as how we're objectifying women here, if I had to rate the women of Apex, I would probably go Rampart's my number 1. Loba, yeah, Loba number 2. Lifeline and Watson are probably tied for number 3 for me. Then Wraith, then Bangalore. I mean, here's the thing though, like if you look at Bangalore's face, whenever she doesn't have that crazy skin on, like her face, she's got some good features on her face. But like you said, that personality is hard to get over. Like Lifeline's just a caring individual. But like, yeah, man, like, I don't know. I just like, for me, a big part of its personality. And like I said, part of the crazy personality of Rampart is, you know, and then Loba has that trauma, like, you know, it makes them interesting. And then like I said, these two are about the same for me, and then Wraith, and then Bangalore. I'm just not like, I don't know. Wraith is like, so like Rampart is like fun crazy. Wraith is like legit crazy. That's the difference between the two crazies, at least as far as like the way it looks to me. So yeah, I'm just not too big of a fan of Wraith if I was talking about like in-universe waifus. Anywho, Bangalore would have her way with her. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that one. I feel like Bangalore would definitely wear the pants in the relationship of whoever she started dating. No, I don't really identify outside of the biological. Well, that's the thing though. You don't identify outside of the biological. There's gender and then there's sex. So gender, there's like 4,000 of them. Sex, you're either born male or female is the way that works. So, I mean, you can identify as whatever you want, but if you're saying you identify with your sex, that would mean you are sexually a male and identify as a male. So, according to the modern definitions, but it is what it is. The context was lost when you took a break to search from wait, what? The context was lost when you took a break to search for the definition. That please do not apply labels was a quote, not me saying it. Okay. Please do not apply labels. What? I don't get it. I still don't get it. Yeah, the context was lost. You're right. Sorry. I was trying to look it up because I wanted to like ensure that I had my definition right. So, if every single character was straight, I would feel like that's a whole lot more pushing an agenda and than having a mixed cast. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you in that statement. What I'm saying is that why not just like not have any sexual preferences at all? Like if they just didn't push any sexual preferences on Bloodhound at all, and they just made her storyline, and you were asking the question, then that'd be cool. If you had Gibraltar, see the thing is like from at least the point there might be more information now. I have to say this. I haven't read up on Gibby's story in the past 6 months, so I don't know what they've changed at this point. But if you read through Gibby's story of his background, they just lay out the fact that he's gay. They don't actually like, there's not a set thing in his life that like pushes to, they hint at it in the fact that he has his boyfriend that he stole the motorcycle and stole his dad's motorcycle and rode around with and whatever and crashed it, and then the life-saving thing. All that. They hint at it, but then they just come out and say it at the end. They don't really like build up into like, and I don't even know if they actually call him his boyfriend or not. I don't really remember. It's been a long time. Like I said, it's been about 6 months, but they don't really like build into it like, oh, okay, then he had romantic partners and he was a loving husband I guess it would be husband, a loving husband to his spouse, of which they did blah, 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 blah. Like they don't build onto it. They just kind of like throw it in at the end is what it felt like. But anyways, where was I at? But yeah, having a mixed cast is a good thing. But my thing is too, is like, how mixed can you say the cast is when, there's bad guy, then like, what I'm saying is like, diversity is one of those things. Whenever it comes to diverse cast, diversity is one of those things that it's hard to do and not make it feel forced, is basically what I'm saying. The other thing is that it's hard for me to, whenever it comes to, it's hard to do diversity right. It's even harder for me for you to do diversity right if you're not, like, if you're going to hold diversity to a standard, it needs to be an exact standard in my mind, which is that if you're going to hold, for instance, movies, one of the big things about diversity is there's not enough African-American people in movies right now. That's one of the big things that people are complaining about. In my mind, if you're going to pay attention to diversity at all and you want it to be exactly accurate, then what you need to be doing is pulling the area. So for instance, if you're going to make a movie in Boston, most likely all your cast then should be Italians. Having 400 African-American people in the movie wouldn't be realistic, because you're not going to run across 400 African-American people in Boston. You know what I'm saying? So like forcing in more than what either reflect reality, which is what you're trying to do by having diversity, either reflect reality or don't. Just say, like, for instance, like and this is a perfect example of diversity. So for instance, they could say that the reason why there is a lack of diversity, if they did say everybody was straight, which they're not going to do, but if they did say there's a lack of diversity, they could just say that in their universe there's, you know, what I'm saying is like basically all this to say this. Diversity is really hard to do right, and not only is it really hard to do right, but story building and world building is really hard to do well, and this game does not seem to do it very well. Basically, diversity is hard to do well, story building is hard to do well. They haven't really done either. So, but yeah, it would feel like if they were all straight, it would feel like it was pushed, unless they just didn't reference it and then slowly release that information. The problem is that whenever they released the information of non-binary and Gibby's history about him being gay, it was like the first bit of information they released. They came out, the first bit of lore that they released on this game that wasn't, so if you dive into the lore of this game, this universe is tied into the Titanfall universe a lot. So there's already a bit of a history to build on, which again makes it all the more atrocious that the story building is as bad as it is. But they're already building on the Titanfall universe, so there's that. And then, but whenever it came to these characters, when they were introduced in this game, the first bit of history and information we got on them were these character cards that had a brief bio about them. And so it was like immediately off the bat, Gibby's gay. Like, was just slapped into the face. Bloodhound is non-binary. So like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's kind of one of those things that like, we just didn't need to know. We didn't need to know, make us want to know, is basically what I'm saying. From a story building aspect, make us want to know. That's what I'm asking for here. Anywho, Bloodhound was announced to be non-binary very early after it was released. Yeah, that's what I was basically just saying. It was announced in one of the Meet the Voices, which came out much before the game came out. Yeah, like I said, it came out on the character cards too, which was like the very first bit of information we have. I don't know, man. This conversation is really coming off just like rude, to be honest. I mean, I don't see how it's coming off to be rude, but okay. You repeatedly say because they are pushing an agenda, but then fall back and say that they need to push it more. No, I'm not saying that they need to push it more, Wimley. I'm saying that if they're going to push it well. Like if and here's the thing. If you push an agenda well, which I guess again, that's not even the right way to say it. If you want to have this in your story, make it feel like it's part of the story, not part of an agenda, is what I'm saying. Don't push it more. I'm just saying if you're going to have it in your story, make it feel like it's part of the story. Don't make it feel like it's part of an agenda. And I'm not saying like because they're pushing an agenda, but then fall back and say that they need to push it more. I'm saying, and I'm not even saying push it more. I'm saying build the storyline to where we want to know. Because the thing is if you build the story in a way that we want to know, it doesn't then feel forced, which makes it feel like an agenda. When it feels forced, it feels like it's an agenda. More so when they make you want to know, then you want to know, and it doesn't feel like they're pushing it on you. It feels like they're enticing you to want to know this information versus forcing the information on you. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm saying don't make it. I'm saying build the storyline in a way that it doesn't feel like an agenda. Because right now it feels like an agenda. I'm not saying, because the thing is if you build the storyline well and make it not feel like an agenda, then you're not forcing an agenda on anyone. It doesn't feel like an agenda anymore. It feels like it's a part of the story element, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying push the agenda more. I'm saying write a compelling story and lead it where you want it to go. If you want it to have some agenda, write the story so well that people don't realize it's an agenda until the end of the story. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you read any long form novel series that's like 20 plus books, that's what they'll do. They start off the story enticing and make you want to continue reading and continue reading and continue reading. And then the point that they want to make at the end of the series, they make at the end of the series. They don't force information on you that's not useful in any way. That's what I'm saying. It's just not it's not built well. It's not constructed well as a story basis. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying, like, let me reread this quote. And I don't know, man, the conversation is really coming off rude. I still don't know how it's coming off rude, but you're repeatedly saying because they're pushing an agenda. I'm saying, and the reason why I'm saying because they're pushing an agenda is because it feels like they're pushing an agenda because the story's not built well. And then it goes because they're pushing an agenda, but then fall back and say that they need to push it more. Again, I'm not saying they need to push it more. I'm saying build the story better, and then it won't feel like an agenda. That's what I'm saying. And you can continue to say whatever you want. If the story feels built well, if the story is built well, it won't feel like an agenda, is what I'm saying. Gay people exist. I'm not saying they don't. Again, I'd say I have a larger than average sample size of friends that are of different sexes than the binary. I'd actually say I have. Actually, most of the dudes that I used to hang out with are about the only friends that I. Hello. Yes. I wonder if you guys can see her. I think you can, but most of the dudes I used to hang out with. See, this is what happens. Like I said, I told you guys, when I pick her up, she wants to escape, but when I don't pay attention to her, then she wants to have all the attention. Don't you? Don't you? Yeah. But yeah, most of the dudes I used to hang out with are pretty much the only straight friends I have. I don't think, let's see. I actually don't think I have a straight friend right now. I think all my friends identify outside of the binary when it comes to sex. Yeah, I don't think any of my friends are actually, I actually don't think I have any straight friends right now. I mean, I guess you could say one of my friends is technically straight, but even her, it's like, I'm not sure if she, like, she has had sexual relations with other females. So, but, you know, that good old, give it the good old college try thing might have been what that was more so than anything. But yeah, I actually don't think I have a straight friend right now. Yeah, I don't think I do. Yeah. But I should also say, though, my friend group is like 5 people. So I'm trying to think of other people that I would like characterize as being my friend. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess, well, I don't, so like either, so there are basically 2 that I can think of that I would consider my friend that I either don't know their sexual preference or I question their sexual preference and they haven't specified since that question has come up. For instance, the one that had the good old college try, as some call it. Gay people exist. Yes, I know. Again, I think actually now thinking about it, most of my friends are outside of the binary. And they don't ruin everything because they are gay. And I didn't say that they do. I said that from a story, because again, you're talking about people exist. Yes. But if you're constructing a story around those people, like for instance, if I were to tell the story of one of my friends in particular who is flamboyantly out there gay, like blatantly obviously gay, if I were to tell a story about him, unless for some reason in that story a relationship became important in which he was gay, I would not introduce him as the gay character. I would introduce him as a character that is relevant for whatever reason he is relevant. And then later on, if I want to continue to build on him as a character in the story narrative, I would say that he's gay for whatever reason and pull that out if that was important. So for instance, if his boyfriend did something in the story that was important and relevant, then I would point out that it's his boyfriend. I wouldn't just be like, oh, this is the gay friend. No, I'd say this is the friend. Here's why it's relevant. Oh, okay. Then his boyfriend did this later on in the story. So I'd introduce him as just a character, not introduce him as the gay character. You get what I'm saying? Again, I'm saying this like, I'm not saying this in a way that is culturally relevant or relevant in real life. I'm saying this from a story building perspective because this game has a story tied to it. That's why I'm saying it like this. Like, it's not like, I'm not saying this to attack Bloodhound. I'm saying this to attack the people that are creating the storyline and not doing it well, basically. Doesn't ruin everything because they are gay. LOL. Anyways, I'm off. See you tomorrow. Also, brownie, Indian, sweet tooth for, wait, what? Also, brownie, Indian, sweet tooth for brownies. I still don't know what you mean by that. Also, brownies equals Indian sweet tooth for brownies. I also like brownies. So you have a sweet tooth for brownies? Like, I don't know, man. Maybe you watch this tomorrow to see how I wrap that up. But, yeah, I still don't get that. Like, I've never heard of there being, like, I've never heard of that being a thing. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't have that many Indian friends, so I don't know if Indians have a sweet tooth for brownies. I don't know. Maybe that's a stereotype that I've just never heard of, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, the stereotype for white people is they like tea and bland foods. Like, I've heard that one, but I've never heard of, like Indian. I've heard Indians like curry. I've never heard Indians like brownies. I don't know, man. Either way, yeah. That got not I was tempted to say that got political, but it didn't even really get political. It just got into more so story-driven elements that, again, I just feel like their writing is lazy. That's basically what that boils down to. but yeah, I'll try and remember to in the Discord, Wimley, if you do watch the rest of this tomorrow. I'll try to remember if I can find the dude, because like I will say the only reason why I started watching this dude who does world building and talks about it on YouTube, the only reason why I started watching him was because my friend, one of my friends who is again not straight because apparently that's relevant in this conversation, is writing a book, and I wanted to help that individual out with world building techniques. So I had found this YouTuber, and it was actually entertaining enough that I watched a lot of the videos and figured out some world building stuff. Because I am also thinking about writing a book, which I might talk about tomorrow if you guys want to ask me about it. But yeah, I'm trying. Basically, I'll do a short teaser here. Basically, the world is based in a more, in my mind, more realistic version of Avatar: The Last Airbender. In the sense that the bending is supposed to be more realistic. The bending is supposed to be more realistic, and and then the actual, like, the idea. So Avatar: The Last Airbender, the way my story differs from it is the bending is supposed to be more based in reality, more science-based than just they have chi and can control elements. And then the storyline is based more so not on one individual character who is the avatar and can control all the elements, and he's supposed to save the world. This is more so like a 1,000-foot view of army conflict, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm going to make a main character because that's just the easier way to write a story, but it's more so like, here's the general tactics of the militaries of these tribes, which in my storyline there are technically 4 as well, but really the storyline that I'm thinking of, there's really 3, and there is a 4th that is not really it's relevant to the story, but it's not really for the first like major part of the story, if that makes any sense. So yeah, roughly based on Avatar: The Last Airbender, but more realistic is kind of the idea behind that story. But yeah, so that's why I got into world building, and basically it annoys me that it feels like an agenda when it's bad writing, versus if it's good writing, it won't feel like an agenda. Is that a good way to clear it up? I think that's a good way to clear it up. Good writing equals seems like part of the story. Bad writing seems like agenda. You get what I'm saying? So it's bad writing, basically, is what it boils down to. And or why is it relevant? That's the other part of it. But anywho, I'm going to call it an end. So again, I don't know if I'd call that a political conversation, but more so a discussion of story writing and how I feel like, again, not attacking gay people, not attacking people in general. I'm saying that the writers of these stories need to do a better job. That's what I'm saying. And I mean, who knows? Again, all this information could change because companies that have bad storytelling tend to retcon everything whenever they realize how bad their story building is and their world building is. So, you know, all this information on these characters could change in a matter of mere moments whenever they decide to let it change. So, anywho, on that note, I'm going to call it the rest of the day. I mean, I'm trying to think because I feel like here's the thing about this. Whenever it comes to this conversation, the reason why I keep going back to it is because, like, I feel like you keep mischaracterizing what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like because you keep mischaracterizing what I'm saying, I'm not saying that's on you. I'm saying I feel like I'm not being clear enough to make it apparent. That's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like I need to come back and address it because I feel like I haven't explained it well enough the first time around, if that makes any sense. But I feel like there's no real other way to say it. Like the last one, like the sum up here, which is, I don't know, man, this conversation is really coming off rude, to be honest. Again, I don't see how it's coming off rude other than being rude to the people that built the storyline, which if it is coming off rude to them, good, get your stuff together, story writers. So, sure. Summed up, and then it goes, you've repeatedly said because they are pushing an agenda. Again, I'm saying because they are pushing agenda because, again, it's bad story writing. So when it's bad story writing, it feels like pushing an agenda more so than just saying it's part of the story. So that's why that's a thing. And then the rest of it is, but then fall back and say they need to push it more. Again, I'm not saying they need to push it more. I'm saying if you write it well enough, it won't feel like an agenda. It'll feel like it's just part of the story. So I'm not telling them to push it more. I'm not telling them to push an agenda at all, because whenever you push an agenda, it feels like you're pushing an agenda. I'm saying write a story that is compelling enough that it makes sense for the characters to be what they are. Is basically what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to be as clear as possible, because again, the fact that like there's a disconnect here means I'm not explaining it well. And I'm trying to explain it as best I can, but that's the only way I can think to explain it. It won't feel like you're pushing an agenda if you write the story well. And then I'm not saying to push it more. I'm saying write a story so well that people want to know the information. That's what I'm saying. Like if the story was enticing enough and then they said, oh yeah, he's gay. Like it's just one of those things. Like I feel like there's a disconnect here that I'm not like understanding how it's confusing. And that's partially to do with the fact that we're not talking in person. But yeah, just make it an enticing story enough to where people want to know. Then it won't feel like an agenda. It'll feel like it's part of the story. Basically what I'm saying is, no matter what story you're reading in the future, no matter who it is, it won't feel like you're pushing an agenda if you write a good story. Is that a good way of summing it up? If you don't want to feel like you're pushing an agenda, write a good story. And basically what I'm saying is that their story is not written well, so it feels like they're pushing an agenda. I think that's the only way that's the only final way I think I can say it in a way that is somewhat different that maybe might make sense. But either way, that conversation got way off into the weeds. So I'm going to call it an end to the stream there. Tomorrow is Friday. It is the last day of the week. And then I will see you guys again on Monday. So I will see you guys Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To those of you who don't know and maybe saw this crazy conversation, yeah, I stream Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to, pick my brain more on thoughts that you might agree or disagree with, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section, and stop by my YouTube and Twitch channel. They're both flashing up right there. I do stream on YouTube or Twitch, so if you stumble by this YouTube channel, go check out the Twitch. Again, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. I hope to see you guys there. Peace.